I've owned way too many Jazzmasters in my life, so obviously I needed another. So I built this partscaster, and now I want to tell you all about it. Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and your smile is infectious. This video isn't sponsored by anybody, but I was gifted some of these parts, which I'll shout out as we talk about them. Anyway, let's go ahead and hear this thing. By the way, this video will have some timestamps, which you can see in the video description, so feel free to skip around a bit. I won't be offended. I am using, let's talk about my setup really quickly. I'm using the Heather Brown Electronicals Volga preamp, the Keeley Soft Reverb, and I'm using the Power Stage 170 by Seymour Duncan to power this cab that has I believe it's a Jupiter speaker in it, and that's a Sennheiser E906. This is running pretty clean right now. I will add dirt later. Let's go back to the middle. And the bridge. Let's talk about the biggest factor with regards to the sound of this instrument, the pickups. Seymour Duncan sent me the hot Jazzmaster Silencers for this build, and in case you missed it, I demoed the Vintage Jazzmaster Silencer pickups back when they were released, so I had to try the hot. For those who don't know, Seymour Duncan Jazzmaster Silencer pickups aren't traditional dual coil humbuckers under Jazzmaster covers. That's not how they're so just completely quiet. Instead, they use a patent-pending triple coil design where two outer coils cancel the hum while the inner coil captures that classic Jazzmaster tone. Again, this is the hot, which is punchier, has a higher output than the vintage. And yeah, it's hot in the best way, and you can always dial back the volume, but it's really fun to have more on tap. I'm not super used to hot pickups, so this has been really, really fun for me. As I mentioned before, I'm running the Volga pretty clean right now. Again, I'll add gain so you can really hear how these drive an amp or a preamp. As for wiring, I'm using a Gun Street Wiring Jazzmaster harness. Lately, I've been using their solderless harnesses. I think I've used that for the past several builds, and those are great, but I busted out the soldering iron for this one. And this isn't a traditional Jazzmaster wiring setup, though. Sean hooked me up with a prototype that he's been working on. So instead of singular tone and volume, like right now we're in the middle, we have independent volume controls for each pickup. So you can say, blend a little bit of the neck in with the bridge to mellow it out some. So let me turn down the volume on the neck. Should sound just like the bridge. And then I'll blend in that neck some. I really like that. It does that great job of mellowing it out a bit without losing the character of that Jazzmaster bridge, which I personally like a lot. But that's not all. Where the rhythm controls usually are, we have passive high and low cut. High cut is towards the neck. That's what the typical tone control does on a Jazzmaster. And low cut is closer to the bridge. It takes tone shaping to another level, and to be honest, I'm obsessed with it. So let's go the neck. Cut the highs, that is very, very mellow. Or you can cut the lows, which really, it perks it up a lot. Hear the bridge with that low cut, actually. makes it even snappier. It's super, super fun. Oh, and the switch, this is not a rhythm switch. It's a series switch. So normally the switch on a Jazzmaster, it engages the neck pickup with a different potentiometer, which gives it a mellower sound. And no, now this is in series. So this is the middle position with both pickups in parallel. And in series. I really, really like that with more gain. It's not as, I don't love it as much when it's clean, but regardless, something about series switches, sometimes I find them a little bit muddy. We can cut those lows some. So you get that extra punch, that volume increase that can really drive a preamp pedal or an amp, but you can shape it so that, to my ear, personally, it's more appealing. Hot pickups in series are especially cool with more gain. We will get there. And by the way, it really is so quiet. Like, neck, bridge. The only thing that I can hear really is my computer and my AC. And there's a little fan in the Seymour Duncan power stage. I kind of doubt you can hear that on the microphones. So what do you think about the wiring harness? Should Gun Street add it to their standard lineup? Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, link to their website in the video description. I don't have an affiliate link for that one. So let's go ahead and add some dirt. I'm going to crank up the volume on both channels of the Volga. Let's start with the neck. Move it to the middle. And the bridge. Let's do the bridge with just a little bit of neck. That sounds so good. And series. If you really don't like the song My Favorite Mistake, you have already tuned out of this video. I'm going to cut the bass a little bit. Love this. I love this so much. And I can actually still make a little kill switch situation. I know a lot of people do that with their Jazzmasters. They turn the rhythm into a kill switch. I can do that just by going on over to the bridge position there when I'm in series. Just kind of a fun little trick. And as Sean said, you can never go wrong with a series switch. I think he's right. I mentioned this before. I will have links to most of these products, if not all of them, in the video description. I know Heather is probably going to make more Volgas pretty soon. I don't have an ETA on that. I'll include a link to her website so you can join the video description. This is based on her Softtech Meg 50 amp. I didn't do a full video on this, but I did some shorts. I love this pedal. It sounds phenomenal. Again, the Keeley Soft Reverb, that's available exclusively at Sweetwater. I believe it's $99. And the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170. So yes, links to all of these in the video description. And speaking of the video description, if you are planning on building your own partscaster or are looking to buy any new pedals, amps, pickups, etc., I'll have affiliate links for a lot of these things in the video description. Using those links doesn't cost you anything extra, but when you make a purchase after clicking those links, I get a small portion of the sale shared with me. It's a great way to support this channel doing things that, let's be honest with ourselves and each other, we were probably going to do anyway. Okay, now let's talk about this stunning body I'm using for this Jazzmaster build. I bought this from the Nomoonlaser Etsy shop a few months ago. I've built, I think two, you can actually see, I think they're both right there actually. Two other guitar bodies from Nomoonlaser. Their bodies are affordable, well-made, and I think he often uses reclaimed wood, which I think is really, really cool. I actually reached out to him to see if he'd do something with Jazzmaster routing since most of his builds have tele routing, and he obliged, and I think he offers that more regularly now, which is really, really cool. No complaints about the body. I did have to drill my own holes for the pick guard, for the pickups, for the vibrato system, not for the neck. But yeah, everything was absolutely perfect. The pick guard is aluminum, just something I picked up off of Amazon. Originally, I had this red tort guard. I think this was originally on the Jazzmaster, the Elvis Costello Jazzmaster. I didn't like how it looked, but now I worry the black might be too boring, though I do really like the contrast of it. But let me know what you think in the comments. And if you know about a specific guard that would look great with this build, please, please, please drop a link. Obviously, I need to just crank the gain. And what I'm going to do is probably turn down the power stage. And as for the sound on the silencers, depending on the direction, you can hear a little bit. I don't even know if that's going to make it on to the recording because looking at my levels, I don't even see anything popping up. That might be inaudible to you. This would be inaudible on stage. But yeah, you just saw it. The Volga is cranked on both channels. I turned it down the volume on the power stage 170 to compensate just a little bit, but that is quiet. Middle position. All right, let's go to the bridge. I'm going to high cut that a little bit. Sounds better to me. I love this dual stack tone control. It's a little bit like the G and L. I think it's Doheny. I don't know. I'm trying to get one of those for this channel. So let me know if you really want me to demo the G and L offset. I'm going to turn that back up. We're going to try it with the series. Just completely crank. Absolutely cranked gain on the Volga, which isn't the most high gain thing in the world, sure, but that is nasty. It's gnarly. Next, we have to talk about this neck. This is a Fender neck. Officially says Fender up there. I don't know if I'm going to be regretted. I purchased this from the Fender web store. It's a maple neck with a maple fingerboard, 22 medium jumbo frets, and black pearloid inlays. It also has a 9.5-inch radius, so a little bit more on the modern side. So I didn't read the description super carefully. The pearloid element of the inlays really surprised me when I unboxed it. It's a lot less black than the pictures on the website, but it's grown on me quite a bit. The Fender necks, they come with these pre-slotted nuts, but usually you still have to go in there and set the depth of the nut, otherwise everything will go sharp when playing down the fretboard. This is always my least favorite part about the build process for any setup. It's slow, it's boring, and you have to pay really close attention or you could overdo it. Nisebel and a few others recommended the Music Nomad nut slotting file set, and I was totally prepared to spend some time filing down the nut slot, but I didn't have to. I was pretty shocked, but the nut was already cut down quite a bit, and honestly, I was and maybe still am a little bit worried that some spots were cut too low, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. I don't have any buzzing on that part of the fretboard or anything like that. So yeah, I was surprised. I gotta keep an eye on it, but I can't really complain. And last but not least, let's talk about the hardware. So I have the Mastery vibrato system and bridge. Again, I purchased this. I purchased all of the hardware, actually. Well, let's see. We'll see about that. I have a tough set bridge on the way. That is a gift thing, so I might swap that in later. I'll probably do a video about that as well. I've used Mastery bridges before. This was my whole time getting the whole vibrato system, and it was, easy enough to install and set up, though I'll probably continue to make small adjustments, especially in the spring action. I'm going to go out on a little jazz. I've turned the gain back down because we don't hear enough jazz on Jazzmasters. If you liked this video, check out the one on the screen where I built an offset Telecaster with another Nomoonlaser body, a gun street wiring harness, and Seymour Duncan's Joe Bonamassa 1950 offset broadcaster pickups. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.